ladies and gentlemen, to a Cy Young winner. A man who's in the middle of a season that they're going to say is historic. He could potentially be the first man ever to throw a baseball in his first 3 seasons as an ace and have under a 2.0 ERA. That is literally how they track who's good and who's not. This guy might be the greatest of all time when it's all said and done. Former Indianapolis Indian. Former LSU Tiger.
Yep.
Former Air Force Academy.
Maybe Flyer. I don't know. Jet.
Falcons. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Skeens.
Yeah, Skeeno.
What's up, guys?
Sick hair. See, Trevor could have done that with his hair.
He didn't do anything.
What's that? Did you see what just happened there with the whole Trevor Lawrence thing? Do you have any thoughts? Do you think Connor's getting worked right now by Trevor? And do you think he is actually a little bit worked up? Seems like he's a little emotional right now.
He seems a little emotional, yeah.
Yeah, he's reading news.
That's because he's got good hair. Look, if there's a video of Skeeno changing his hair to something poopy like they did, the Jacksonville Jaguars did, I get worked up about that. Look at his hair; it looks
Paul's
sick.
hair is flowing out of his head.
Yeah, phenomenal.
When he's got the hat on,
good hair.
And he wears that. He wears that like that thick bandana thing, so it sits over top, like old school when we used to wear the visors.
I'm a hair aficionado. I don't want people to ruin their good hair.
Yeah, well,
sue me.
He didn't ruin it. Maybe he thinks that looks good.
There's no
way he thinks that looks good. All right, let's move on.
I'm going to stay out of this one.
Yeah, smart, Paul. Smart. That's a good idea. You just worry about pitching because that's what you do. Let's talk about you pitching. Brother, we appreciate you joining us. You're in the middle of absolutely dialing it up. You're obviously raising money this year as well, and we're riding alongside. I don't know if you've been keeping track of your strikeouts, but we looked into it. You're currently at, I think, 56. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so with my $500 donation, your $500 donation, that's $56,000 already to the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Go!
Great way to go. And we're very early in the season. I think we got 150-some games left. You guys play that long-ass season. Can you tell me about this successful start, though, with the strikeouts, with the pitching? Was it fresh out of the World Baseball Classic? You just felt like mid-season form? Why do you think you've started so well, and how do you feel whenever you're up there every night?
Yeah, I mean, feels good. Got, everybody bought in on the same thing right now. So it's been a fun ride so far. And, we're only in May. So really, really excited to see where we're going to go this year.
Okay, do you get better as a pitcher as the year goes on? Is that one of those things where you get like mid-season form? Have you got to mid-season form already, or do you just have to play at the same level all season, including into the postseason?
Yeah, I think we're getting to mid-season form. I think May is kind of when it all starts to click for me a little bit in the past couple of years. So I think everybody's a little bit different. I mean, you get feel of pitches, you lose feel of pitches as the season goes on. So, stuff that's working right now probably in all likelihood isn't going to be working in a month or two. But, we'll figure it out and go from there. So we'll see.
What is it? Your body just decides that a new pitch is going to be your favorite pitch at the time? And I will only say this as a person that was a punter, so I had to have a drop and then a kick every time I was out there. I'd be like changing my shit day of game because it just felt better, and then I would have success, and it's like, all right, fuck, I'm just going to do that. It's just like that's what I'm going to go with. Is it day to day with what feels good coming out, and what is it, grip? How do you kind of know which one is when's the right time for which pitch? How do you know?
Yeah, I think it's all that. There are times where I'll be, throwing a pitch and it feels terrible in bullpen and catch play for the whole week leading into my start, and then the day of my start, it's just coming out of my hand nice and feels good. So I think everybody's like that a little bit. Stuff changes day to day, week to week, month to month. So who knows? Who knows where it's going to be in a month? How good does that feel after you do that that backpack thing, and you do all the other things?
Pigskin around.
Yeah, and then you get up on that mound for Skeens bump day, and all of a sudden the pitch that just has not been acting properly the last couple of days comes out, and it's like, oh, nice to see you here tonight. Okay, so does that mean that your ponche pitch? You know what that means, obviously. You know what ponche pitch means?
Yep, ponche pitch. Yeah.
You understand what that? I know baseball.
He was there.
Bad memes.
Yeah, you know ball. Yeah. You know ball. We know that.
Thank you. Ponche, obviously, one of the greatest things I've ever experienced in a baseball game, other than catching a foul ball with a fishing net at PNC Park back in the day.
Well done.
Boom.
But your ponche pitch, do the batters know what it's going to be? Or how much research do they have on you? And do you know what your ponche pitch is going to be each game you're going into?
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of the time I don't know what it's going to be, which, that's what makes it fun. if you're a lot of guys go out there and they have the same, two ponche pitches and
nice. We're starting it. We're starting it. Yes.
Like
yes.
We're starting it. We're keeping it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cone. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think with me, a lot of the time, I don't know what it's going to be. So I just, start just throwing pitches until it feels good and then, go from there.
Who's calling the pitches? Catcher?
Yeah. Catcher. I don't shake a ton. I'm too stupid to call my own pitches. So I just let him do it. He's got my career in his hands every fifth day.
Good luck out there, Big Dave.
Yeah, don't screw it up.
Out there, Hank. So he's the one calling it, or are they calling into him? Like, who is the one deciding what pitch is coming when?
Yeah, it's all him. Some teams are doing the, from the dugout stuff, and but we do it where Henry calls the game, and Joey and Andy and our other catchers, they all call the game for themselves.
Do they all have different strategies? Like, do you appreciate the way he approaches the game with how he calls it? Does he ask for your influence day to day, like when you're pitching? Like, hey, what do you like today? What do you not like? Like, how is that conversation going?
Not even a conversation, just because we see how it's going in the bullpen. We see how it is between innings. During the game, sometimes a pitch just sucks, so we just stop calling it. Nothing really needs to be said then. So, but there's a lot of communication that goes into it.
We like the changeup this year, huh?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It's devastating.
Did you work on it this? What was it? I think you said you were working on a pitch. I don't remember if it was the changeup or not. Is this what you were working on this offseason?
Yeah, I've pretty much gone with the same repertoire as last year. So the changeup, we're constantly working on all the pitches. I might have made some changes to the changeup or my sinker or something else. I think a lot of the time it's like kind of subconscious for me, where I make changes to the pitch and it either gets better or worse, and then we either have to fix it or keep riding with it. But I think the changeup I've been riding with for probably 5 or 6 years now.
I should have known that, obviously. And that's what that is. I should have known that, obviously. That is it looks like fastball coming right down, and then it just hits the brakes basically on me, or what happens?
Yeah, ideally everything looks like the fastball, and then it moves different or hits the brakes or something like that. The changeup's just slower, and it moves a little bit more down and arm side. So yeah, sometimes it gets swing and miss, sometimes it doesn't.
Are we nibbling at edges all the time? Right, that's the changeup right there.
That's the changeup, yeah.
Jesus, I would fucking take that yard.
Easy.
No doubt about it. I've been playing thunderball in here, Paul. Okay, I've been looking at wiffle balls coming at me. Okay,
wiffle balls are tough. Wiffle balls move more than baseballs.
Yeah, right. I've seen you this year. I've seen some Shohei shit. Have you been seeing him pitch this year? Do you watch other pitchers? How do you kind of feel about the state of pitching in baseball right now?
I would say, pitching is probably as good as it's ever been, and it'll probably only continue to get better. I think pitching evolves very quickly. Yeah, Shohei's, he makes me really glad I'm not a hitter anymore. I don't want to face guys like him.
He's kind of struggling with it, I guess. They're saying. I'm not saying this. They are saying that now that he is full-time pitcher, the hitting is not as, he was like MVP hitter or whatever, prolific hitter as it was last year. They're saying it was a balance. You, former catcher, obviously hit, and also pitcher. The thought of him being able to accomplish, like Travis Hunter, when Travis Hunter came into the NFL, we were all pulling for him. Like, we were all like hoping that he would be able to accomplish something that nobody's ever been able to do. But whenever you would ask guys that were potentially in those positions, they'd be like, it's going to be really hard. That is going to be a very, very hard thing at the professional level, on his body, on his mind, on everything. For you with pitching, the breaks in between, it's an all-encompassing, we're working on becoming better pitcher at all times. And at one point in your life, did you want to hit and pitch?
I wanted to hit and pitch for most of my life, and then when I was at LSU, I was hitting and pitching and had a pretty good fall, and then they just stopped putting me in BP groups. I found out after the fact that our pitching coach told all our pitchers that they couldn't throw inside on me, so I guess that's why. That's probably one of the reasons I had a good fall. But yeah, they just stopped putting me in BP groups, and there was no conversation. They just said, it was just, hey, you're not pitching anymore, but no words were said. I think it was just an understanding that we came to. So my body feels a lot better when I'm just pitching.
And during your day's break, your 5-day break, I think I saw you do an interview with Scooble, where it's like day one recovery with Jet Pass. I think it's Sources.
Yeah.
Super Sources or something like that.
Super Sources with
Super
Jet.
Sources with Jet
Sources
Pass. Load
tell.
up the Jet of Sources.
Sources tell Jet Passing.
So, yeah, so I think that is the
I
actual
think that
name.
is actually what it's Jet
Okay,
Passing.
we
but
found it
you
out.
get it.
Okay. But you were on there talking about the recovery days, like first day recovery, second day we start doing this, third day we start doing that. That feels like a very regimented thing. Have you always been like this? You developing this? Is this now that you're an old man, you have one of these? Like how do you think that kind of has evolved or where it's going to now?
Yeah, it's evolved. I think I've always been very, routine oriented. So right or wrong, I was doing the same thing going into every start, every game. And so I think just as I've gone on in baseball, I've learned more about my body. So I know what works, what doesn't work. But it's the same thing every 5 days, every 6 days. It's incredibly boring. But you got to do what you got to do to show up and be ready to pitch.
Yeah, be the face of a franchise. Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you're very boring. We asked you one time, what do you do for a hobby? You say, I nap.
Yeah.
And then I wake up.
Maybe fish a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I do baseball.
With Jared, who we
Eat
back
food
soon.
or
We nap and just do baseball. You're the man for that. And we are lucky you are in Pittsburgh. On that note, Pirates seemingly a little bit different this year than, I don't know, the last 30 years. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Paul, you just got your 6th win of the season on May 12th. Last season, it didn't come until July 27th, and that was not your fault. You've had a 1.96 basically for your entire career.
Thank you.
But that's because it's awesome. You're getting run support. So how fun is it now to get that run support? It feels like everyone's hitting. Everyone they brought in is hitting. Lau, O'Hearn, O'Neal Cruz is having an unbelievable season. Connor Griffin, since he's turned 20, has been insane. How cool is it now to have the run support also with your starts?
It's been great. It's a really fun group to be around. The last couple starts, I got a lot of run support my first few starts, and we won a couple of them. And the last couple starts we scored, I think, in the first inning. And 2 starts ago we won 1-0, and the last start was 3-0. So we're scoring early, which makes it easy to pitch, which is nice. And then all you got to do is win by 1. So we're doing a good job, scoring more runs than the other team. That's kind of what the whole game's about. So
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah, it's been fun.
I appreciate that you say in your mindset is we only need one more run. That's all we need, just one run. And expect yourself to be perfect, which I appreciate. You got some young studs on that team. Tell me about the 19-year-old Connor Griffin. I know you guys had a birthday party.
He's actually 20 now. He's 20. Yeah, he's a changed man. He's all grown up now.
They got him a bounce house.
Yeah,
Paul.
I remember that.
We
I thought he
did,
turned 19. No, he turned 20, actually, which sounds a little bit more like understandable.
Yeah.
19 in the bigs felt outrageous. Just it did feel a little bit outrageous to me as a non-super baseball person. Just like, wow, I didn't know you could do that at such a young age. He seems like a 90-year-old man, though, the way he talks and everything. Can you describe him and why he's seemingly the right one to be a 19-year-old Major League Baseball player?
Well, I mean, you said it. He sounds like a 90-year-old man. I wouldn't go that far, but he's definitely mature. He's been mature ever since he was 19 too. So, yeah, I think he like everybody, you go through some growing pains when you get into the big leagues, whatever that looks like, and so I think he's learned a lot. It feels like he was up for. He came up after our 6th game, I think, so he's been up pretty much all year, but feels like he's been around the league for much longer than that, and obviously he's doing well, playing well. Great guy to have behind you defensively. Great guy to have in the lineup in the clubhouse. He's one of the guys.
Can't wait to see what you guys do for his 21st birthday. This is for his 20th
Oh,
birthday.
boy.
Yeah, that should be a good time. Middle of the season, obviously, get a chance to
That's still in the
celebrate.
clubhouse? Or?
Yeah, where do we keep that at?
No.
With all the cones that we steal?
No, yeah, I think we blew it up. It was our groundskeeper who did it, so I think they blew it up in his office. So he might still have a bounce house just in his office somewhere.
Good for the lads. Is that a hoop right above it, too?
Oh yeah, we got a little mini hoop in there. That thing gets used pretty frequently in rain delays, which we have a lot of.
Who's the best shot?
Pittsburgh.
Man, Carmen Machinsky's pretty good. Mitch Keller. It's mostly, as far as I know, it's mostly the pitchers that are taking shots. I think the hitters, because when we're in rain delays, the pitchers don't have anything else to do. The hitters will go into the cage. Carmen's he's good at everything, and Mitch is good at everything. I can make a 3-foot bank shot with the best of them, but other than that, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, small hoop though. Bank shot's difficult. That is a tough shot.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that.
Because I can hit. I've been a part of some mini hoops as well in my day in equipment rooms and in locker rooms. I can hit from further. It's tough for me from close. With the little ball, for some reason I can't. But you get me back a little bit, I can get you. I'm never gonna bank. That fucker's coming way out if I can. Flatter ball, maybe I'm in a better spot. So I think the touch you're showcasing is good.
Yeah.
But it sounds like these other guys certainly embarrass you on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of guy in the clubhouse. It's like if I'm the guy that's like, at recess and, you're whooping my butt in basketball. I'm taking my ball and going home or something like that. That's kind of how I do it. So usually when they're going, I'll let the big boys play. But when it's me and whoever else, I'll give them the business a little bit, but usually I don't. I stay out of it.
That's smart. You're on the B court. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason to walk over to the A court. Yeah, that's why I don't play video games. My brother was so good, he beat my ass. I said, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. Same exact thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I suck. It's not enjoyable for me. It's not enjoyable for anybody else. So
I'll watch you guys. I'll watch you guys do it. Like I when the Twitch thing started and everybody was watching video game players. It made sense because I used to have to watch my brother. Kind of have to because the weather was terrible, but I would watch, and it was enjoyable. But when I was playing, I was ass. I was just the worst video game player of all time, and they killed me. Why do I want to feel like that every day? I don't want to feel like that. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you're supposed to be having fun. Why do something you hate when you're supposed to be having fun?
Yeah.
It's the same way with golf for me.
You stink at golf?
Yeah, golf sucks.
I'm terrible.
I bet if they figured that out, you need to watch Kawashala.
He's young.
You need to watch Kawashala. Get your hips tight. It feels like you should be good at that. Most baseball players can figure it out, can't they? I think you'll be able to figure that out.
Most can, yeah. I haven't done it yet.
That's because you're
locked in.
We're throwing that change up 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to throw that every single day so it continues to get hotter and hotter. Let's talk about some more hijinks that baseball has. Last question for you. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Skino, did Bubba Chandler possibly beat your ass in that basketball game? Because I saw there was some sort of pranks going on. There was some bubble gum on top of his head. I believe this was yesterday. Something that, is basically going on every single day. And this just feels like immaculate vibes. It's incredible that he didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that.
Sure.
Other than not spoiling it, but everybody did a great job. Nobody said anything to him. He was dancing there. The camera was right on him. He just thought it was on him just because he's a good dancer, which obviously he's not. So, yeah, I think that thing was on there for like an hour.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And I appreciate the fact that you all are watching him look at cameras thinking it's for him. I like that you guys, afterwards, you asshole, what did you think? You were just the star? You're not in the game? You think are we still doing this? Feels like you guys got a really tight team. If you're doing hour-long bubblegum on hat, talking shit to guy, you guys are stealing. Is Pittsburgh still all out of cones?
Oh, yeah, we're still coning it.
Are you guys still coning? Are we still welding masking? Are we doing it all?
We're doing it all, yeah. We are not the ones actually stealing the cones. I think the fans are the culprits there, which love it. That's super funny. So, not obviously not condoning.
No, of course not. But we appreciate buying in on the thing as a city coming together and keeping everybody safe too. They will only take the cones that they're allowed to take, as you know. Users wouldn't do that. That's the type of thing.
Correct.
They would not do. They would certainly get the right cone.
Yeah.
But we got any more, or are we sticking with the welder's mask and the cone?
No, that's it. We're riding with it for the whole season. Maybe I'm sure there will be more hijinks. I think Bubba will be, head on a swivel, taking his hat off and checking it.
You guys did,
probably every inning now. So we'll get him again at some point.
What was that fire that was happening?
The hot match on the back of
hot feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. I don't know if we will. That's a little old school. That was before my time and probably everybody else in here. But hey, who knows? It's a long season.
Bring it back.
I love that these are just known things. Hey, when you're on the road a lot,
yeah,
we got
a lot.
We got to fill time here. Okay, So we're putting shit on people's cleats, lighting it on fire, I do believe. And then it just
Yep.
burns up and he smells fire.
Yep.
And he's on fire in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
You baseball people are awesome. Paul, good luck the rest of the way. We appreciate the hell out of you. Let's keep ponching people, huh?
I like that idea. Let's do it.
Told Harry Davis we need a good ponche pitch and good ponche celebration as we're going out there, brother. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I didn't get any help out of you. I found my slot right here. Do I need to be wiffle ball? This is for with a wiffle ball. I don't think I'm supposed to throw here. I think I'm supposed to go right here. When am I letting go of that ball, Paul? When am I letting go of that ball? When what?
Maybe like even with your head. I mean, just keep throwing it. You'll figure it out.
Okay,
that's it.
Thank you.
You just gotta
Big practice makes perfect.
You just gotta
Good
practice.
advice.
You're the man. Okay. I don't have the time, so maybe one day we'll be able to figure it out. I need an instant fix. I need a silver bullet. I need a magic bullet and a silver bullet.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever
Both,
afterwards.
as long as
But
the
whatever the
Rockies are
case,
blue.
I appreciate you. You're the man. Good luck the rest of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Skeens.
Yes, Tito.
Listen.